888-467-4200. 888-467-4200.
And now, with your link to the movies, it's the Manetti Show's own Will Link!
Thank you, ladies and gentlemen, thank you. As you've been saying throughout the show, I saw Lincoln this week.
Oh, I can't wait to hear this one.
Yep, Steven Spielberg's Lincoln, and I think it's Spielberg's best in the last decade. I really do. I think it's a really. I mean, I've liked a lot of his films in the past 10 years, but this one I really loved. I thought it was phenomenal.
It's very concise about Lincoln, too, isn't it?
Well, that's what I like about it. It's a lot of times when they do these biopics, they try to take on too much about someone's life. And someone like Lincoln, I mean, that's a long movie. You wouldn't be able to devote the time you need to it. This really focuses on the final months of his life, the war's ending, and really the focus is on the 2 weeks where he's trying to get the 13th Amendment passed. And it shows his passion for getting this passed because it was such a finite amount of time he had to get this done, because if he waited till after the war, the southern states would never allow it to pass through. And it really, in a really detailed but passionate way, shows the passing of an amendment, which sounds kind of dull, but they do it with such excitement. Spielberg films it with such excitement, especially the scenes in Congress where they're debating it. Like I said, the passion from all the actors really comes through. Daniel Day-Lewis, I think it goes without saying, is phenomenal.
He's incredible.
I mean, you really feel like they took a camera back in time and filmed Lincoln. Like, there was never a moment where I was watching it and saying, that's Daniel Day-Lewis. I just accepted it as Lincoln. Yeah, the whole time. And someone like Lincoln is interesting because he's someone that we think about all the time, but we don't have like video footage of him like we do like a Kennedy or somebody like that. So to go there and play this guy and really become him, I figure that's got to be such a challenge because there's nothing to really feed off of that you've seen. And yet we accept it completely. Tommy Lee Jones also unbelievable in the movie.
Oh, TLJ makes an appearance.
He plays oh my God, Thaddeus Stevens. And when he shows up in the film, it breathes such life into the film. I mean, it's a good film, but then when he shows up, it breathes a lot of life in the film. He's a he's a passionate abolitionist, and we get to find out more about him as a person and why he has those reasons as the film goes out. But he gives a tremendous performance. I think you'll see both of these guys for sure nominated come Oscar time.
Oh, yeah.
And the look of the film is phenomenal. The set design, like you really feel you're back in the 1860s. They did a great job. Like I said, Spielberg over the past few years, a lot of films I've liked, but this is the first one I've loved since maybe Catch Me If You Can or Minority Report, which were about 10 years ago. This is best in a while.
I think Spielberg chose him immediately. And
I understand that Spielberg tried to get him for like 3 years.
Yeah, he didn't want to do it at first. I think because of it's such an iconic character.
That's exactly
and he didn't want to jump into that part. And then I guess they waited long enough to make it that he started to think about it more and more.
Exactly.
And one day apparently just called Spielberg and Tony Kirshner, who wrote it, they went over to Ireland to talk to Daniel Day-Lewis, and they had a long talk about it. And at the end of, I think, that trip, he was in.
Can you tell that he's from Ireland?
No.
That's
not for
phenomenal.
a second.
Only when he's drinking Jameson there, Larry.
I understand that Spielberg would look at him sideways, and this was him, and thought that he looked just like Lincoln. He took a little picture of him from his hip and gave it to him and said, "You have to play Lincoln."
I hadn't heard that, but that's great.
Yeah.
Yeah, but that was many years ago, Nance.
3 years ago.
Yeah.
Well, you want to know what? It's also, and I don't know as an actor how you feel about it, but he's one of those real, like, on the set, you had to call him Mr. President. Like, he's one of those.
Method actor.
I saw Joseph Gordon-Levitt in an interview, who plays Lincoln's son in the movie, and they were like, well, what'd you talk to Daniel Day-Lewis about? And he's like, well, you couldn't talk about the Lakers. Like, you had to talk about only things of, like,
Lincoln-esque politics.
He was
a character.
And a lot of actors go home with that. and stay the character, and a lot of actors get divorced very quickly because their wives don't want the character at home.
I could imagine that's the way to. I saw Anthony Hopkins in an interview recently talking about he's playing Hitchcock coming up,
Yes.
which I'm excited
Wow.
to see.
Yeah, exciting.
And they asked Hopkins, like, were you like Daniel Day-Lewis? Like, were you like Mr. Hitchcock all the time? And he goes, no, because I don't want to be miserable. I don't want to make everybody around me miserable. But if that's hey, it's paying off for Daniel Day-Lewis. He knows what he's doing. Everybody's different.
Anthony Hopkins can turn it off and turn it
Yeah.
on.
Yeah.
Daniel Day-Lewis has a whole other way of working.
Well, Dustin Hoffman's the same way. Dustin Hoffman stays in character.
Oh, yeah.
yeah,
Absolutely.
absolutely.
Yeah, when he was
Absolutely.
doing Rain Man, he would talk to
Yeah.
people like he was Rain Man for
Well,
weeks.
Larry stays in character too. He's always Larry Manetti. He's
Hey, Rick.
phenomenal.
Was that
I wanted to mention one other movie I saw
Yeah,
real quick.
absolutely.
I saw a terrific film that's starting to open wider and wider called The Sessions.
Okay.
Oh, I
This
heard about
this
that.
is getting a lot of for the performances, a lot of Oscar buzz too. It's a true story about a man named Mark. He was a poet, but he happened to be in an iron lung. He had had polio as a child, and John Hawkes plays him. And this character, he wants to lose his virginity before he dies or before he gets too old. And John Hawkes is phenomenal as this character in an iron lung, because he's playing the whole thing basically just moving his head and
And
stuff.
it's Helen Hunt who helps him.
And Helen Hunt is terrific. She plays a sex therapist who comes in. It's a lot of that. But you know what? It's not morbid at all. It's really funny and really sweet, and I highly recommend it if it comes to a theater near you.
Okay, so we'll link Lincoln. How many thumbs up, bud?
I'll give it 2 thumbs up.
2 thumbs up. And for The Sessions,
I'll give it a big thumbs up.
a big thumbs up. Be sure to check it out, guys. We'll be back with more great stuff. Taking your calls, 800-336-2225. 800-336-2225. We'll be back right after this.
Are you an inventor, or do you know an inventor who would like to attempt to have an invention or idea patented and submitted to industry? For free information on how to proceed, phone toll-free, 1-800-557-8494. Invent Help, America's largest invention company, has inventors' information you can have for free. Record your invention's date of origination, plus get an informative brochure and other material of interest to new inventors from the company whose patent referrals have helped secure more than 7,000 patents. Learn how to get your free information by dialing 1-800-557-8494. Even if you only have an idea for improving an existing product and don't know where to go with it, you'll want this free inventor's information. It shows how Invent Help may assist you in trying to patent your invention and submit it to industry. It's a free call, so dial now, 1-800-557-8494. That's 1-800-557-8494. Again, 1-800-557-8494.
Hi, this is Nancy Manetti. I've been using renowned celebrity dermatologist Dr. Randy Capri's incredible skincare products for the last 7 months, and my skin has never looked or felt better. Dr. Capri's day, night, eye cream, and body moisturizers are the best skincare products I have ever used. The day cream has a built-in sunblock of 30 SPF with glycolic acid that renews skin, antioxidants, and vitamin C and E to improve the quality of your skin. The night cream has retinol, plus plant estrogens that absorb quickly to leave your skin glowing. And the eye cream has estrogen and antioxidants. The body moisturizer keeps your skin hydrated, not allowing water to evaporate, causing dryness. You can order them at CapriMD.com. That's CapriMD.com. These products work.